Hi everyone!
Hi everyone, and welcome to a brand new Disney World planning vlog.
It is. We've got the Disney t-shirts on.
Ready to go.
Yes.
We're in our vlogging room, so we're completely set up. So we're really excited today to talk to you about character dining at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, we wanted to continue our Disney planning series and focus on Disney World at the moment because that's where the majority of our trips have been. But we will branch into some different trips as well.
Yes.
But we really want to cover character dining, don't we?
Yes, and solely because character dining is a fantastic opportunity to meet characters both inside the parks and outside the parks.
Yeah, we've done pretty much every single character dining opportunity in Disney World, bar one.
Bar one, yeah, we were
Chef
discussing
Mickey's,
this earlier,
yeah.
Chef Mickey's, so we're going to have to include it on our next trip.
Yeah, so yeah, we won't be talking too much about Chef Mickey's, but obviously that is a good option.
Yes.
But we are going to cover off different bits. Now, rather than talking about each individual restaurant, about dining plan, we're going to link below that tells you how many credits it is. So some restaurants are 1 table service, some are 2. So check that link out below, and always check because it does change. So we want to link you to the official website.
Yeah, and with character dining, we'll talk a little bit about this as we go through the vlog. But some of these are inside the park, and some of them are outside the park. Some of them are buffet, some of them are sit-down menus that you choose from. So there is a wide variety of different experiences to choose from, and we're going to go into detail about those.
So let's get started with one of our favourites. So we're going to kick off with...
One of our favourites is Garden Grill.
Yeah.
So Garden Grill is at Epcot, specifically in the land.
And the first thing about this restaurant is a revolving restaurant.
Yeah.
So massive, massive benefit. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, you get characters, all those meals.
You get Mickey, you get Chip and Dale, and you get Pluto.
Chip and Dale are so cheeky there as well. So we've always had such great character experiences with them. So they'll come round. If you can, ask for an outside table. Definitely recommended because you get more of a view as you go around the ride.
Yep, and we said it rotates, but it is at a very slow rotation.
It is.
Yes.
It's barely noticeable. You'll just notice your scenery change, and you actually go past part of the Living with the Land ride, which is really cool.
That's really cool. And in terms of the food, it's like a family style cuisine on a skillet.
Yes.
Which is cool.
It's nice. It's like a big frying pan and everything's in there. For lunch, we mainly go for lunch. That's our favourite meal there.
Yeah.
And you get things like mashed potato, vegetables, like turkey or chicken.
Turkey. I think special shout out for the turkey because that is super nice.
Fries and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And then you get like a salad and bread rolls and a nice dessert.
And is it the strawberry shortcake dessert?
Yeah.
So good. So do not miss out on that. If you ever get the opportunity, that dessert is amazing.
And that is one of our absolute favourites. So inside Epcot, one of the things to note is it is best to make reservations for character dining. Character dining is probably one of the most popular restaurants
Absolutely
around.
Yeah.
So definitely book. And yeah, highly recommend a visit.
And in terms of our own experiences at Garden Grill, we've actually had the characters come round to us multiple times. Now we can't promise, of course, that it will happen on your trips, but in our own experiences, we've got double the loop of characters, which is amazing.
It's a Garden Grill.
Yeah.
So next up, we're heading to one of the most magical experiences.
Yeah, Cinderella's Royal Table.
It's one of a lifetime kind of thing inside Cinderella Castle.
Cinderella Castle in Magic Kingdom itself.
Yeah, so we did that. It is more pricey, so it's a more expensive meal, but I think it's one of those where how often do you get to dine in a castle?
Yeah, exactly. And you get 5 characters at Cinderella's Royal Table, so that is quite a few characters to see in one meal.
It is. You start with Cinderella, and normally they have a photo spot for Cinderella in the kind of welcome area. It's a beautiful photo setup, and they have the photographers there.
They do, and then they'll call you up as you go up to the castle to be seated, and then you'll see the remaining 4 characters.
Yeah, it's a beautiful restaurant, and the other characters we'll see?
You'll see Ariel, Snow White, Jasmine and Aurora.
We had to remind ourselves by writing down. We were
There's so many.
We listed off 4 really easily and then we forgot Aurora, unfortunately. So sorry, Aurora. But yeah, for value they do breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I think for value for money, 5 princesses in that amount of time is really good.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got kids who love the princesses, and not all of them have meets anywhere else. So it's really good to do.
And we were so lucky on our experience that we had the table that was centre looking out to Fantasyland, and it was just amazing.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
So very lovely restaurant. I think that one is 2 table service credits currently, so it's a bit more pricey, but we felt it was worth it for a once in a kind of trip.
Yeah, and the food itself was amazing. I think we had for starter, and we both enjoyed it, was it the onion soup?
I can't remember, but it was really nice, and it was served off the menu, so it
Yes.
wasn't a buffet or anything, it was menu a la carte. Next up, and it's one of our favourite resorts, Disney's Polynesian at Ohana. So
yeah. So at Ohana you will meet Lilo and Stitch, Mickey and Pluto.
In their amazing Hawaiian outfits.
Yeah, you'll actually meet Pluto usually before you go into the actual restaurants. There'll be a separate photo opportunity for that.
Yeah, we've had it both ways, we've had it rotated, but it's only breakfast that has characters at Ohana. So, but they do run breakfast quite late. I think it was like 11 o'clock we went last time.
Yeah.
And there's a real kind of family feel. The bread is delicious.
Bread is delicious. The pog juice is amazing. So yes, it is. It's all good food. We're yet to do the dinner, but that's something that we'll do. But it's not character, but it's something we'll do hopefully on a later trip.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a really nice restaurant located in Disney's Polynesian. So if you haven't got a Disney park ticket, it's really convenient because you can park there for up to 3 hours free of charge currently. Which means you don't have to worry about having a park ticket or pay for parking, and you can also explore the Polynesian while you're there.
Yeah, and some of the tables do offer spectacular views over the lake towards Magic Kingdom. You can't specifically request those tables, so it is just pot luck, but if you do get one of those tables, good for you, because spectacular views completely.
Yeah, and it's also another one that is served family style, so you get your skillet, and at breakfast you have things like Mickey waffles, Stitch waffles.
Yep.
The really nice ham.
Exactly, the ham is really nice. And also a special mention for if you've got any dietary requirements, definitely let the cast members know, because I know on our last trip there was a table next to us that did have dietary requirements, and they just spoke to the server and they substituted a few items, and the chef made some tweaks. So don't be afraid, just ask and see what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, definitely Ohana is a great one for breakfast.
Yes. So next up is Tusker House, which is at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, it's got a really nice atmosphere. We did a lovely lunch here a couple of years ago. Really enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it, yeah.
So you get your characters for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And this is one of the locations that's worth booking early. So if you go for like an 8 AM, you can sometimes get in the park earlier to have your breakfast and then get into some of the lands beforehand, or run to Pandora.
So this is buffet.
Buffet style. They've got really huge range of buffet, haven't they?
I was really impressed. I mean, the food, you've got all your traditional fare, there's plenty for kids, for adults, and they also had a separate station for carving meats and fish as well, which was a nice. I'm big on fish, so that was perfect for me.
And desserts.
And desserts, there's a separate station in the middle, which was absolutely amazing. So it got a big thumbs up from us.
Yeah, and here you get to see Donald, Daisy, Mickey and Goofy in their safari outfits, which is really unique. A nice photo opportunity.
Yeah, I think we even saw Daisy playing an instrument, just spontaneously playing an instrument by the food.
Well, she was dancing to it, wasn't she?
She was dancing. Someone else was playing an instrument and she was dancing, and it was just super cute.
Yeah, really nice. So yeah, highly recommend a visit to Tusker House, Animal Kingdom. Next up, it's another one of our favourites, and it's Cape May Cafe at Disney's Beach Club. So it's another one where you don't have to go into a park to do it. You get 3 hours free parking, and the Beach Club is such a lovely resort, isn't it?
Really nice, yeah. At Cape May Cafe you see Minnie, Goofy, Donald and Daisy.
You do, and it's just breakfast that has the characters here, so dinner doesn't. So we really love this place.
Really love it, yeah. And they do this really cute sort of wave, sort of dance thing, parade as they go around, which is like amazing.
Really good. Yeah, so it's a buffet style, and it's quite a decent buffet as well.
Really decent, yeah.
A lot of nice stuff. You've got the Mickey waffles, you've got like just a real selection of like sweet stuff like muffins and donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely recommend a visit.
And we've always had really great service, and we actually did, I always remember this, a special cast compliment on Twitter for one of the servers that we had on a previous trip, and she was absolutely fantastic. So And even the other trips that we've had there, the service has been great.
Yeah, and you can also take a little walk out by the boardwalk afterwards, which is such a nice area.
Yeah.
And it's just lovely around that whole area.
Definitely, as a big tip from us, take advantage of being in that area because it is beautiful. And if it's a really lovely day weather-wise, you can get some great pictures.
Yeah, and some really lovely pictures with the characters as well. I think they're beach-style outfits. They're really cute.
So next up, we're going to stay in the boardwalk area with...
We're going to head to Trattoria al Forno for the Bon Voyage adventure breakfast. That was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful, yeah.
And this is one of the more unique breakfast offerings, I feel.
Yes.
It's not really, it wasn't something we were really aware of until we did a bit more research and realised there was this opportunity to see some different characters. And we had a great meal there.
Really great. Again, a special shout out for the service because we've had a great service there.
Yeah. So it's located at Disney's Boardwalk. So what's really nice is you can get your 3 hours free parking again. No park ticket needed. Yeah. But what's nice, you get to see some really different characters, don't you?
Yep.
Who do you get to see?
So you get to see Eric.
Eric.
Yep. You get to see Ariel.
Ariel. Yeah. I'm testing Rich now.
You get to see Rapunzel.
Yeah.
And I'll let you name the last one.
And Finn Rider. Yeah. And they do like a really nice intro, so they have all the music, like the musical intros, so each time a character comes in. And you'll find that in a lot of character restaurants. They do like these broadcasts where they say, I'm welcoming Ariel, and Ariel will come in and do like a dance. And we found with this particular breakfast, there was quite a lot of interaction between the characters, wasn't there?
They weren't very shy, which is really great.
Really good. And breakfast wise, it's all menu fare. So you get to pick a menu and you share like a selection of pastries.
Which comes on a nice stand. They bring that out to start with. And then you get to choose from the menu, like Luke says, and that comes out together. And I think we both... You go for pancakes? The pancakes are amazing. So they're the traditional American thick pancakes, and they had a dusting of the pattern on the top, didn't they?
From Tangled, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just breakfast here again. So dinner is a completely non-character meal. But this is a little kind of, I think, secret... I can't remember the word for it. Little gem.
Little secret gem.
Yeah, because it's not the characters you get to see. I mean, there's not a meet and greet for Prince Eric. There's not a meet and greet for Flynn Rider always. And Rapunzel is not always meeting, so it's nice to...
Yeah. And again, it's at the boardwalk because it's such a... You know, we go on about the boardwalk often, and it is a beautiful area. So if you can get a character dining experience in that area, I mean, that's just an added bonus.
Yeah, and it's very reasonably priced. Not from the top of my head, because pricing is seasonal and it changes, but do check before you go. But it did seem a little bit lower and more reasonable. So yeah, highly recommend a visit there.
So next off, we're off to Hollywood Studios for Hollywood and Vine for some buffet food.
Yeah, we really love Hollywood and Vine because it has seasonal changes to the character outfits. So you'd get to see 5 characters, and this is lunch and dinner. We'll come on to breakfast later because it's slightly different. But lunch and dinner, Mickey and Minnie,
Yep.
Donald and Daisy, and Goofy. And what we love about this one, we said, is the outfits change through the year. So in springtime, you have Minnie in her like really cute
spring dress. Yep.
Mickey's in like a suit, and then at Christmas we had Santa Goofy.
Yep.
And we had like Mickey and Minnie in their really nice red clothes. It's really good. And it's a buffet.
Buffet. Yep. So in terms of the character interactions, usually they'll have, is it Goofy at the start?
Yeah, normally, but it was Daisy one time as well.
So maybe they rotate it, but one of the characters will be separate. As you walk in, you'll see, and they'll call you up when there's a quiet period for you to have your picture taken.
Yeah, they give you a little card.
Which is a nice touch, and then the remaining characters will come round gradually. And again, this is another restaurant which has been a good example of us having characters come round more than once.
Yeah.
Which is just adds to the value of the experience.
We would say definitely it's about the characters here more than the food. The buffet offering is fine, but it is quite limited. But it wouldn't deter us from going again because there's enough food there to be really, really fine.
Yeah.
But really, the character interactions make this meal.
And there are some seasonal foods that come out. I mean, a good example was at Christmas time. There was, on the dessert station, there was a lot of peppermint and gingerbreads cute little dessert treats, which was a nice touch for the season. So that is something that is a highlight for Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah, definitely. And breakfast is slightly different, and they do some strange, more varied characters there. And we haven't done breakfast, but you can see characters like Doc McStuffins, Vampirina, which is really great for the little ones. So just check who's showing up for breakfast, but it's similar buffet.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely one to check out. And Halloween is one we haven't done.
Yeah.
But I would quite like to see the Halloween outfits. So yeah. Next up is one of the newer dining experiences, and we were really lucky to be able to do it on our Christmas trip.
Yeah.
And it's Artist Point at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Now, firstly, it's worth visiting Wilderness Lodge just to see the amazing, amazing resort. So beautiful. But they've introduced a new storybook dining,
which is absolutely awesome. And here you'll get to meet Dopey, Grumpy, Snow White, and the Evil Queen.
Yes, but you can't call her Evil Queen, it's just Queen to her.
Yeah.
So you have the Queen is set up separately for a photo spot.
Yes.
What we really liked was there was a lot of dancing in this one, a lot of music.
Yeah.
And all, Dopey and Grumpy came all around,
and just their characters' interactions was really fantastic.
And the food was really different on this one. It was all menu, so it was all a la carte. And you got to pick your starter, main, dessert, but it was like a shared starter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like little pots that were kind of given to you. And then the main, I had some amazing gnocchi, which I can't wait to have again.
Yeah, and I had some amazing fish. And it comes, there's like little pots that come out on like a branch table thing, which is, I have to say the food was elegantly presented, and there was a lot of thought that's gone into the menu here. So well done, Disney, because it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, you really feel like you're part of like a storybook or part of like a tale.
Yeah.
Because there's like a story on the menu, and then the way that the servers come, and the experience was fantastic.
Yeah.
And at the end you get the little treasure box.
Treasure box that opens up with even steam coming out.
Yeah, they've used like dry ice to
Yeah.
give you your special popcorn, and it's like a treat from the Queen, I think. Or
It's just these little touches.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
so that's one that's recently come up, but it's really good. It's just dinner that they do that, and I just think it's well worth a visit because you can see some of those rarer characters that you just can't meet in the parks.
Yeah, and they do some fantastic quirky drinks for the kids and
Yes.
for the adults as well. And we showed those on our recent vlog series, and they're just absolutely fun. So fun.
Yeah, the cocktails were lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, well worth a visit.
So next up, we're off to 1900 Park Fair.
Disney's Grand Floridian.
Beautiful resort.
Such a beautiful resort. So just another chance to visit a resort without having to go in the park, and just it's worth visiting this hotel just to see the amazing hotel that it is.
Yeah.
One of our favourites.
Maybe allow some time if you do have a reservation here, just to have a little wander around the lobby. There's a shop. Sometimes there's a band playing, so there is some exciting things to see before or even after your reservation.
Yeah, it's an all buffet style restaurant, and you can do breakfast or dinner here, and the characters are very different depending if you're doing breakfast or dinner. So breakfast, you've got Mary Poppins, Alice, the Mad Hatter, you also got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. So really nice to do. We haven't done breakfast at 1900 Park Fair, so we can't talk too much about it, but that's the characters you can see.
Yep, and at dinner you've got Cinderella, Prince Charming, Lady Tremaine, Anastasia and Gisela.
Yeah, and we did dinner and we had a really good meal, didn't we?
Yes, we did, yeah.
So it's nice they do the introductions again, so the characters come out and they have an announcement, and you can also see the glass slipper and get a photo with that.
Yeah. That was a nice touch. I didn't personally know that you could see that whilst you're waiting, so...
Yeah, it's like on the as you finish your meal, there's like an exit and there's a photographer there with the glass slipper. So yeah, and it's a really nice restaurant, really good selection of food.
There's some displays in certain places around the restaurant which are nice. You can take pictures, and the characters were really well organised
and very much in character.
Very much in character. I remember there was some whispering going on with, I can't remember which of the sisters was you?
I think it was Anastasia.
Anastasia,
maybe.
yeah.
Can't remember.
You wouldn't tell me what was being discussed. I still think till today's day you still haven't told me.
Well, that's between me and her. So yeah, well worth a visit. The Crystal Palace restaurant at Magic Kingdom is just one of the most beautiful restaurants ever.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's stunning.
It is stunning.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner are all available here. And one of the things we like to do is go for breakfast and get an early booking. So you can get in and go down Main Street when it's quiet and get a few pictures.
Yep. And here you'll meet 4 characters. That's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet and Eeyore.
Yeah, and we've had really good character interactions here. We actually haven't vlogged any of our visits to Crystal Palace, but we've been quite a few times.
We have, yeah. And one of the big perks, like Luke says, is seeing the castle early in the morning. If you can get one of those early slots, that is amazing.
They buffet service again here, and one of the menu items they've got here is
the breakfast lasagna.
Breakfast lasagna. It doesn't sound as bad as it. Well, it doesn't sound very nice, but it's all right. It's okay. It's like more fruit and like custardy thing. So
it didn't have to be honest. It didn't look that appetizing, but it's one of those things like you've just got to try it, and I did try it, and it wasn't too bad. So yeah,
you get your Mickey waffles and just a huge range of food. Your bacon, sausage, eggs, everything you can imagine will be there. But I think it's just worth a visit for how beautiful the restaurant is. Mm-hmm. It really is stunning, isn't it?
You've got like the glass ceiling, and just the architecture is, it's a lovely restaurant.
Yeah, so highly recommend a visit to Crystal Palace.
So next up, we're off to the Akershus Royal Banquet Hall in the Norway Pavilion in Epcot.
Yeah, this is a really good option if you don't get Cinderella's Royal Table, because it is quite hard to get a reservation at Cinderella's Royal Table. But this one allows you to see 5 princesses. So when you walk in, it's normally a character to open up at a photo spot. We had Belle on our visit.
We had Belle, and I don't think we were quite prepared for it to be so quick actually. So Belle was literally immediately, before we even got shown to our table.
They do breakfast, lunch and dinner, and the other characters we saw were Ariel, Aurora, Snow White and Cinderella. We had to keep a list because we keep forgetting all the different characters, because it's fine when you talk about one restaurant, but when we're like talking about lots it's confusing. Yeah. But yeah, we had a really good meal here, didn't we?
We did, yeah. The server was really good at explaining the types of food and why they're so special, and yeah, it was just really nice. They had some smoked salmon, which is one of my favourites, and yeah, it was just really good food.
Yeah, the Akershus option is starter is served as a buffet. So we're talking about lunch here because we went for lunch. So we went up and helped ourselves to like salads and cheese and ham, bread, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then your main and your dessert were picked from the menu. Mm-hmm. We had some I had the Norwegian meatballs, which were really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a really good option.
It's really nice desserts actually, because one of them looked like Toblerone, which was really cool. We said that to the server. I was like, this looks like Toblerone. And I quite like rice pudding, and there was one with like a rice pudding dome with strawberry sauce on the top. So yeah, that was really, really nice. Yeah,
as we said before, they do some interactions with the kids as well with the characters. So the characters all went round and invited the kids to join in, did a little bit of music and dance. So that was really nice. Yeah. We talked about Chef Mickey's is one we haven't been to, but that's breakfast, lunch and dinner at Chef Mickey's. So check that one out as well if that works for you.
That's at Contemporary.
Yeah, there's one other character we want to talk about, which we haven't listed because it's not technically a character meal, but it's Be Our Guest. At Be Our Guest dinner, you can meet the Beast, and he has a separate photo location. Sometimes he walks through as he goes. But that's not so much the character meal, it's more you get to see the Beast at the end of your meal. It doesn't come round to your table. But it's worth booking if you really want that picture with the Beast.
It's good value to book if you want that picture, yeah.
So we'd really love to hear about what you think is your favourite character meal at Disney World. Please list it down below.
Yeah, and we hope that if you're going to Disney World maybe for the first time, or you've been before but character dining is something you've not really looked at before but wanted some inspiration about what's available at Walt Disney World, hopefully this video has helped bring to light what you could do when you're over there.
Yeah, and obviously stay tuned for more tips and tricks in this series.
Yeah.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.